Middays with Marks. The voices you trust. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, we're rolling on a Tuesday. Middays with Marks. 97.5 The Fanatic. On the radio. On the worldwide Fanatic app. Download it if you haven't. Live on YouTube. Good morning to our chatters on YouTube. If you're watching later on in the day, lots of ways to listen or to watch. Just make sure if you're on YouTube, subscribe to 97.5 The Fanatic. As we say good morning to Ray Dunn, Raymond.
Good morning, Johnny. How are you?
Is it a good morning?
It's not. Actually,
it's a good morning.
Aaron Nola pitched well. It is a good morning.
It's a good morning. We say good morning to Sean Brace. Hi, Sean.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo, more like Cinco de Cryo.
Oh.
Hey, Ray.
You were waiting to use that all morning, huh?
Oh, what are we doing?
Did you have a team of writers that were working on your material
man.
this morning?
I'm going to be working on Cinco de Mayo puns all afternoon.
Good.
All right?
I welcome it.
Ready to roll.
Hell yeah.
So it is a good morning. So here's what we'll do. We'll start with the Sixers, into the Flyers, and then into the Sixers and into the Flyers, right? Like certainly the first hour, we're going to toggle between the two. Because, yeah, it was an ugly night last night. Wasn't fun. At least with the 76ers, the game was over rather quickly. The Flyers, you had to watch until the last 90 seconds of overtime to be completely disappointed. But anyway, with the Sixers, I ain't worried about it at all. I'm not worried about the series against the Knicks at all. If that was the best game the Knicks play in the series, and that was the worst game the Sixers play in the series, which you can easily make the case that's a real strong possibility, then the Sixers have as good of a chance to win the series as they did before the game started yesterday. They just do, right? That was everything you're looking for. And by the way, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or brag, but I saw that loss coming.
Oh, yeah.
The Sixers win a very emotional Game 7 in Boston on Saturday, Sean. Mm-hmm. And then last night, they're already playing the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks had a couple of extra days. They're at home. They were ready to pounce. They were ready to pounce last night. They shot over 60% from the field for the game. Jalen Brunson had 27 points at halftime. I mean, like, everything was working for the Knicks. They were shooting the lights out of the ball. And the Sixers looked tired. Maxey was out of sorts. And B did not play well. Edgecombe got in early foul trouble. Paul George was like, he was hitting some shots later on, but still, when he hit those threes, they were down 20 at the time. They really didn't matter. So that was a game that you flush and you say, all right, let's go. Respond game 2. I am not worried about that loss last night. It was bad, but that one's easy to flush. The game was over before halftime, and the Sixers knew it.
Yeah, it's easy to flush. Before I go into whether or not I'm concerned or not, I will just say this. It's easily number one, and then everybody else. Knicks fans are the most hated fan base for me, and I don't even know who's two. Whoever it is, it's not even close. I can't stomach that fan base. I hate this team, and I am dying for the Sixers to do what you're trying to lay the path out of them coming back. The issue is, John, yes, you're right with everything you just said. The problem that I'm having is that the Knicks are a better team. The Knicks are a deeper team. The Knicks are a more skilled team, and they have home court advantage. So how the hell are the 76ers going to put it together to beat this team who, by the way, already have a 1-0 advantage? That's where I'm at. And it's
reality.
Yeah, you just have to, like I said, with everything I just said about the Knicks, I hate them. But the fact is, it's a good team. It's a good team. And I know that everybody's getting ahead of themselves in national media now. The path is there. Oh, they could beat the Sixers and they could beat the Pistons. I will say this much. 90% of the people I see in national media are saying that this is the conference final.
Best series, yeah.
This is the conference final. Yeah, man, the way it played out yesterday, we have to ask ourselves, maybe it was best case not to play Joel Embiid. Right? Because if we're going to sit here and say that they played an aggressive 7-game series, which is the reality, and they had to turn around and play quickly on Monday, which is the reality, how the hell are they going to get rest when they have to play on Wednesday, which is the reality? What type of rest are we talking about there? Well, that's my question.
Well, at least for Joel, like you wake up today, you take it easy, you go do whatever you got to do. They have media obligations, and then you get a good night's sleep. I mean, it's not. I was saying this last night. I did postgame with Bill after the Flyers, and we talked about the Sixers, and I saw a lot of people saying you're making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm explaining how you get beat as bad as you did last night.
Oh, yeah.
And then it snowballs, and then it's the second half, and you're done. The Knicks are not going to shoot at 62% from the field every game here. They're just not.
They have for the last 3, though.
It's unbelievable.
They are on a historic tear right
It's
now.
unbelievable. It can't last. So you're right, Sean. If you look at game 1, you're like, well, how the hell are the Sixers going to win for all the reasons you just gave? Until there's an adjustment made, and the Sixers look a lot different in game 2.
I got an idea. All right, you want to get me fired up? Hey, Tyrese Maxey, what's going on, man? Come
Not a great
on. Are we really doing this again? One shot in the first quarter. Like, you can't do that. This is not the recipe for success. You have to be the guy that is leading the charge. And I'm trying to find the ebbs and flows here because Kobe and Shaq had a vibe where, and Shaq has explained it where it's like, look, I'm going to get going to start. You're going to close. In my mind, I was thinking, all right, look at Embiid. He got everybody in foul trouble. He did his part, right? To a point. Now you're setting a table for Maxey. Go, dude. We need you because we have to match that scoring prowess from the Knicks.
Yeah, we talked about it on Game 6 and Game 7. This is where you can't just say, hey, we're going to run everything through Embiid. Embiid, just like a lot of star players, Barkley used to do it, Jordan used to do it, you get the other guys going first, and then second quarter, boom.
Yeah.
Like, let the game come to you. Don't force it because that's what they're going to be looking for. Maxey came up small last night in the first quarter. No question about it. I mean, really the whole team
One
did.
shot.
Yeah.
And then the game was over. So it's like we can't even get too crazy. And I'm not even trying to look at the box score. The good thing is, not one starter played over 30 minutes, right? Get everybody out. Credit to Nick Nurse for waving the white flag. Everybody was calling for it. Good. It's not your night, whether you lost by 40 or whatever it was, 39.
39.
They lost by 32 to the Celtics in game 1, so you can compare and contrast with that. I almost want to say like a positive would be it wasn't a tight game. The fact it was a blowout, you pull everybody out. That was better off. But, man, I can't stomach that fan base right from the jump with the FMB chant. Am I trying to be holier than now? Like, I was just at the Penguins game when, the chants about Crosby are happening. But to start the damn game.
Yeah, they're ravenous, man. Bring it. Knicks fans are nasty fans. They're good fans.
They are nasty.
They are, and good. Good for them, because we can be nasty, too. Let's get a win in game 2. See, like, Sean, I want to see how they respond. You're going to find out if they win the series or not in game 2. Even if they win the game or they don't win the game, if they don't come out and it's not if they lose game 2, but it's a very, very close loss, okay. But they responded to it. If they come out in game 2 and Embiid looks tired and not healthy, and Maxey doesn't have it, then we already know the answer of what's going to happen in the series.
Yeah.
We do. After the Celtics blew out the Sixers, it felt the same way as it does right now.
Absolutely.
Except after the Celtics lost, you didn't have the expectation that they were going to come back and win. You're like, oh, well, this series is over. I don't feel like that right now. And I don't think anybody else should, too. The Knicks, let's face it, the Knicks are favored for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
They have home court, all the reasons that you just said. They're a good club. Let's face it, the Knicks are a good club. But
I think we have a good club.
It doesn't mean that the Sixers aren't either, and it doesn't mean that the Sixers can't. Like right now, you know what this is about? It's about how much talent you have. Can you put it together? Adjustments and the defense. The defense is what brought the Sixers that win over the Celtics. They showed urgency. They changed. They wanted it more than the Celtics did.
Yep.
It's going to be tough to do that against the Knicks. The Knicks want it, for sure.
Yeah, the Knicks definitely want it. And things, it just changes so quick, especially in the NBA playoffs. Just look at last week. The New York Knicks were down 2-1 to the Atlanta Hawks. I came in here laughing. I said, the Knicks fans are
Mike
talking
Brown's
about
getting fired.
Yeah, get firing Mike Brown. They were trading Karl Anthony Towns. They were talking about Giannis just last week. And now all of a sudden, just such a drastic change for them, and they've been able to put it together. That was the wake-up call for the Knicks last week, being two games to 1 down to the Atlanta Hawks. Hopefully being 1 game down to the New York Knicks with a golden opportunity to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And as I said, the winner of this series is going to the NBA Finals. Golden opportunity. What are you going to do with it?
Ray, your thoughts?
Man, I'm not worried. I got over it pretty quick. By the time I walked home last night, I was like, yeah, they'll win a game 2.
Sean's worried about it.
Yeah, I'm concerned.
That's all right.
I'm concerned.
It's all right. Ray and I very much in the same, and we have a keen basketball eye, so we've seen this before.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
2 basketball
Obviously,
hoopers.
We had them in the second round already. We've had a really good pulse on this team the entire season.
Absolutely.
We clearly know what we're talking about. They're contenders in the East.
Couple Naismith brothers over here.
Yep.
James and Bob Naismith.
Yeah, they call me Jimmy Naismith sometimes. I have peach buckets all over my house. All right, well, we'll talk more about it coming up. Not worried at all. So the phone number, the text line, the Davis Honda text line, the Davis Honda text line where you can send voice memos. Sean, it's all the same number. I don't know if you know that.
No, I did not.
It's 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. Paul George didn't seem worried at all after the game. What's the temperature? What's the pulse? How are you feeling about it? Also, yesterday, was that a demoralizing loss for the Flyers as they lose in overtime and they blow a 2-0 lead? We bring that into the conversation coming up next. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Middays with Marks, with John Marks and Ray Dunn. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Came out hot. They came out on fire. But, it's a game of adjustments. We'll make, adjustments, see what we need to get better at. But, yeah, again, the same as last series. One, they don't get any extra points for, going up big tonight. We'll be ready for game 2.
Yep, but one loss is a loss whether you lose by 39 or you lose by 2. And honestly, I'd rather lose by 39 than have a gut-wrenching loss.
Ugh. Yeah, either way,
But doesn't it motivate the Sixers to be like, all right, we just got our asses kicked?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen in game 2.
Well, there was definitely a lot of soul searching on that bench. A lot of like, wow, that is just terrible. And, the fact is you just went through it. So, that's my point. I'm concerned, but the Sixers deserve a little respect for what they did last round, right? Putting everything from previous years to the side. They exercised somewhat of the demons and doing what they did, only the 14th time in NBA playoff history to come back down 3-1 and win. The 0-18 versus a 32-0 with the they proved everybody wrong, and they did exactly what they did last round. With that being said, they're faced with a similar situation. They deserve a little bit of respect. I'm with you on that one.
Well, and to your point, they can't lay an egg here. There's no, you beat the Celtics, yippee, and no. If it's a competitive series and you lose, and I don't even want to do this yet.
No, I'm with you.
But this needs to be a series, man. This needs to be a heavyweight fight. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Yep.
If you can't compete with the Knicks at this point in your building, this isn't the Flyers where you're really getting your first taste of the playoffs. I mean, give me a break. You have 2 veterans that are in their 30s that are all-star players. You have Maxey who's no, this needs to be a heavyweight fight. Yep. If you don't leave this series thinking, damn, right? That's what you need.
Yeah, in a big picture conversation quickly, all I would say is I want to walk away feeling comfortable. If they're going to run it back, okay. There was something working there. You had Joel Embiid when he was healthy, and of course he went with the appendix surgery that came out of nowhere. It's a terrible break. Paul George has proven his worth. And it's unfortunate that game stunk last night. Would he go 4 for 6 from downtown?
Yep.
But those threes had no.
They were down by 20 when they hit a 3, and there was nothing to follow up that.
Correct. They had no oomph.
And he was draining.
You got a stud with VJ, and you got a stud with Tyrese. I could see the vision, but you can't get lumped in this series. No.
What about the hack a Mitch they were doing?
I like it. Nice work, Nick.
I kind of hate it. I mean, I if it's effective, I guess you got to do it. I was like, really? Are they going to keep fouling Mitchell?
You get him off the floor because he's definitely a guy that can go at Joel Embiid on the defensive side to a point.
And they brought in, I didn't even know who this other guy was, the guy from Germany.
Just bring him off the bench. But Joel did his job. He had everybody, the can and the cookie jar.
Yep. All right, Flyers with the loss. We have some Sixers callers on board, so let's take them, and then we'll merge into the Flyers. Dennis in Allentown. Dennis, what's up?
Hey, guys, I hate to say this being a Steeler fan and quoting Aaron Rodgers, but relax. Game 1, it was a must-win for the Knicks last night. They had to win. Can you imagine having all that rest and coming out and losing to the Sixers Game 1 at home? It was a must-win. Everything's going to be fine. They will right the ship in Game 2.
All right. Other than you just saying that they're going to right the ship, what are you seeing? What's going to be different from, let's just say, the offensive perspective for the Sixers?
They look tired. They got out rebounded. They look tired. Okay, and you know what? They need their legs run underneath them. So I think by Game 2, a little bit more rest. Okay, I think everything's going to be fine. And like you guys said earlier, I was listening. You know what? They deserve us. Hey, just pump the brakes. Okay, they were in this situation with Boston, and look what happened. We should give them the respect of, okay, let's see what happens the rest of the series.
All right, Dennis, appreciate it. Maybe the Fanatic account can put out a Twitter poll regarding the Sixers. Is it with like fans right now? Would you agree? It feels like most fans that you're seeing or you're talking with are after game one, like, man, that was a bad one. Not really worried at all. That's one game.
Yeah,
they were tired.
I think the majority. I'd be interested to put a number on that, Ray. You got it like 60-40? 70.
Well, it's
I don't know.
Funny you mentioned putting up a Twitter poll because that's exactly what I did in the first break there. I wanted to see how many people were worried. It's on at 975 Middays. We'll get it retweeted by the Fanatic here. Are you worried about the Sixers after the game one loss to the Knicks? Early returns, very early returns here on the poll. 78% saying no.
Ooh.
Wow.
Only a couple of precincts reporting this.
Good Lord.
Yeah, very early to call. This race.
Well, no, and then if they lose game two, we'll trade everybody the day after.
Correct.
That.
Hey, like I said a week ago, the Knicks had everybody fired and moving on. That's just the state of the game. I do want to bring this up, though, because what the hell is going on with this? What? The Lakers haven't played. The Sixers literally got done with the game on Saturday against Boston, fly home on Sunday, go up to New York City on Sunday,
rough.
Practice on Monday morning, play Monday night. Come on.
Yep.
What happened to 40 games and 40 nights in the NBA playoffs? This thing lasted so long.
TV needed it.
Dude.
You go game 7, you get penalized. And they did. Now, like last night, they played with the legs of a team that did exactly what you just said.
That's tough.
It is tough. I mean, it doesn't explain Maxey not shooting the ball in the first quarter, but like they looked physical. It's more than just a physical toll. A series like that, and then when you get the win, it's so satisfying, and you're like, oh, we won, we advanced, and the Knicks are waiting for you to punch you right in the face.
Mentally.
And they weren't ready for it last night, but now they got to get ready for it. This is now about Maxey, and it's about Embiid. Paul George needs to be the veteran, the steady veteran that can nail that three and can play good defense. Let's see what Edgecombe's got. I'm not worried about him at all. You need A-level Maxey, and you need A-level Joel Embiid.
That's correct.
Karl-Anthony Towns is a good player. He'll hit threes. They have a deep roster, and they're really annoying. Jalen Brunson's really annoying.
But really good, too.
Really good.
14 in the first quarter.
He had 27 at the half.
Yeah, he's been doing it. He raises his game in the playoffs. It's impressive to watch. I don't like him. I can't stand anything New York. I never thought he would be this type of player. Not a lot of people did leaving Dallas, but you have to give it up to the guy.
Oh, and who banked it in from the top of the key?
I think that was OG, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
When that drops, it's like, all right.
This game's over. Yeah, it's not our night. They're banking it from the top, 3-pointers from the top of the key. It's like everything they were throwing up. Brunson hits the last shot of the half, I guess, just nailed it. He was doing his mid-range stuff. He was backing guys in. He was putting his big butt out there, and he did everything that he normally does when he's on.
Yep.
And you had to expect it. Now, Nick Nurse, how you combating it?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What's the matchup? What are you going to do? Didn't work game one.
No, it did not. It was a bad game plan, and with the tired legs, and then that's how you lose by 39. I will tell you this much. I just, the celebrity, Spike Lee standing up right from the jump. You got Jimmy Fallon's ugly mug on TV every single time. Tracy, I've had Timothy Chalamet. I've had enough of everything Knicks, and we're only one game into this. They found our post-game show. They infiltrated there. All the nuts.
Really?
Oh, they were just coming at us. Because Bernard's got the bullseye.
Yeah, because he's Mr. Positive. That's all right. I'm going to play the Bernard card today. All right?
Yeah,
Sixers are going to be fine. All right?
Bernard Bullseye is on my back now.
Let's go to Dantes in Bethlehem. Dantes?
Oh, man, what a bad loss last night. But again, there's still hope.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, guys, we got to do two things to win this series. We got to play defense, and we got to distribute the ball on offense, and we got to play with some energy. I mean, it's real simple. Don't let them get second chance opportunities. You know, play with more energy, play with more aggression, and maybe we got lucky and we win this thing. Come on, Sixers. Let's clap our hands, everybody. Woo!
Hey, you got this is like Herb level.
I'm feeling
pumping it,
it.
up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dantes. Appreciate it.
Feeling it.
Let's go! Woo!
Yeah, get that on the board. Come on, Sixers.
Thank you, Dantes. Well, I mean, it's also it's tough to be jamming after that last night's loss, but I think everybody. It's game 2.
Mm-hmm.
If the Sixers are going to win this series, dude, it needs to be because they want it more than the Knicks, and that might not even be enough. We'll see, but they need to fight. And that's what they've done so far.
Yeah, and there's been multiple times this year where they have lost by ridiculous amounts, just a lopsided score, and it really never mattered. It's frustrating to me. It's upsetting because I just don't accept the fact that you should be okay with losing, especially by that much. It's the NBA. And this is a 7-game series. The Sixers, if you had them in 6, you have to lose 2, right? If you had them in 5, you're going to lose 1. I don't know anybody else that said Sixers.
If someone said 5. But, Ray, it really is like there's a loss that, like, all losses, they count the same in the loss column, but they're not all the same, right? Last night's loss for the Sixers, to me, wasn't oh, man, this is bad news. I think, like, this is trouble. This series is trouble. It was, I'm excited to see what these guys look like coming out game 2. Now, if they lose game 2, it may be, the Sixers aren't winning the series.
Oh, yeah, alarms start going off there. Yeah. Having to win 4 of 5 after you just did the unthinkable against Boston, yeah, you'll be a little bit worried. You'll find yourself in a bit of a bind. Right now, though, man, game 2's tomorrow night. Get some rest today. They're doing the media, like you said, at the hotel. Everybody go right back to your rooms, all right? I don't need you out there on the floor. Really, they looked like a tired team.
They were.
Those maxi shots all hit the front of the rim.
Yeah.
Like, those second quarter shots felt like everything was short.
All 6 of them.
Yeah, really, no, he just wasn't, he wasn't a factor, and Embiid was not good early. Edgecombe got 3 fouls, it felt like, pretty much right away.
Yeah.
And then you have Grimes running around out there.
You just want to hear how positive Bernard is. I forgot to bring this up just now. Last night he said, they could even lose game 2.
That's well, he's right. They could.
Yes, he is. But, man, I don't want to hear that. Nobody else does either.
That's what happened last night with the Flyers.
Hey, now.
They lose game 2. Different expectations. It feels like with the Flyers, it's already been a successful season regardless of what happens with this series. Carolina looks like a totally different, it looks like not a different sport, but a different level when they're out there skating around. With that being said, Flyers responded last night. They got 2 early goals, and then they just couldn't hold on. And then in overtime, man, they had a lot of opportunities in overtime, including Travis Konecny with a breakaway, and he wasn't even close. So, I mean, it sucks. It's not demoralizing to me. The loss isn't demoralizing to me, but it was your best chance of winning this series was last night.
Yeah, that goalie for Carolina was pretty darn good yesterday. And so was Vladar, which is a shame.
Was good until the end.
Yeah, Vladar was awesome all game 2 as well. He kept the minute, but Anderson, was incredible, especially in that overtime. You're right. Like we put out, the morning show put out a poll after a rough night for the playoff teams last night. Which loss leaves you feeling worse? Clearly, the Sixers are leading the charge at 71%. At 29%. The Flyers are actually leading.
Yeah.
That's that all about. Yeah, because I don't feel worse about the Flyers. The Flyers actually came away with going, all right, you stood toe-to-toe. Sorry, I read that one wrong. You stood toe-to-toe with a team that is...
I feel worse about the Flyers.
You do.
And I don't even feel that bad because the expectation's different. But if you were going to win the series, you had to win the game last night. And you had the opportunity. You're up 2-0. Was it 8.5 minutes to go is when they tied the game up at 2 and it felt like it was coming. Yeah. And then you had a lot of opportunities. You had the better overtime. And you lose in the last 90 seconds of the overtime on not a fluky goal, but you know what they call it, Ray? A greasy goal given up by Vladar.
Man, those greasy goals will get you.
Oh, my goodness.
I kind of agree with this guy who tweeted PG, and he said, how can anybody say the Flyers aren't supposed to be here? They're not supposed to win the series, and they played their hearts out last night and deserve better. The Sixers didn't even show up. So that's why I guess I would say I feel worse about the Sixers. Not the series, right? Just the loss.
It was a competitive game last night with the Flyers. But you go up 2-0 and you have lose. And you lose, and you have the better of Carolina in overtime, and you had a breakaway. I mean, they're the opportunities you can't miss. Travis Konecny was talking about it after the game. Here it is.
We played good tonight. Like I said, I should have finished that. It should have been over. We're going home with a win, but we're going home to our fans now. We know what it's like there, so we're excited.
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Who does it feel like has a better chance to win the series?
Yeah, look, you're down 0-2 versus a team that is favored to win the Stanley Cup. Good luck. They did their job. They took 2 at home. Now they got to come to Philadelphia and sneak away with 1 and close it out in their barn, right? That's how it plays out. Very capable of sweeping them, if we're honest. Like, this is a really good hockey team. And the Flyers, like the tweeter said, PG, they're not supposed to be here right now. But nobody wants to hear that. You want to see them go in there and win, especially when they open up with a 2-0 lead at the end of the first period. I got home. I texted you guys. I said,
Flyers? Yeah, 2-0.
I was coaching my daughter's team, and next thing you know, I'm like, wait, they're up 2-0?
Just like that.
We're going to do it.
And you know what? I wasn't comfortable being up 2-0, Ray. Were you?
Oh, I thought we were back. I thought for sure we were back.
We were all too early.
I was way too pucked up way too early.
We were 2-1 for the majority of that game, and I'm like, is my prediction going to come out? And of course not.
It did feel like when they scored the goal, it felt like a goal was coming. I don't know if you felt the same way.
Yeah, they had it going.
It felt like it was coming. And they're relentless. Yeah, Flyers power play is brutal.
Yeah, it was.
Again.
Yep.
So you have 8 power play opportunities, and they got one. One was a power play.
Yeah, I think 3 shots total on goal too as well.
They were
something really low.
So it's bad. Again, that's why when I look at the series, it's like, okay, that's a product that's supposed to be winning a Stanley Cup. The Flyers are their first year here. This is where you're looking at your roster and saying, okay, here's where we need to add. Here's what we need to do. We need more talent. We need our best player on the team, and they're not easy to get. You look at Carolina, it's like, okay, like you can see why a lot of people think they can win the Stanley Cup. And by the way, the Flyers played with them the entire game last night.
You're damn right they did. And it just goes to show you, look, if you have a hot goalie, if Vladar kept them in that game, anything is possible. Like, that's where I'm
got to win game 3. You win game 3, then you put pressure on Carolina that you know, if they want to finish them out, don't let them tie the series 2-2.
Oh, yeah. And we're live on Saturday down at the Barn. So I'm hoping we got a little fight. I'm hoping it's a 2-1 series instead of 3-0.
You and Ray are live at the Barn?
1-5 leading into game 4.
On Saturday.
Oh, yeah. So I don't want that to be 3-0.
No.
2-1.
Here's Rick Tocchet after the game talking about it.
Well, I think just the belief in the room. You know, I think that really helps. The belief in the room of just staying with it. I mean, we've been dead before, and we've climbed out of the grave. So we keep hearing we're dead and dead, but the guys won't give up. So that's why I'm proud of them.
Yep, use it, Rick.
The players definitely came away feeling
they weren't defeated.
Yeah, that's the way to put it, because it's not like they're feeling good. They weren't defeated. And I think they came away going, you know what? We let one slip.
We could have won that one, though.
But now we're coming back to our place. Let's show them what we got.
Yep. All right, text line. Davis on a text line with your voice memos or your texts. And leave your name, location, occupation so we can identify you. Or the phone line, Sean, 610-632-0975. After the game, doing postgame with Bill on YouTube, he had called it demoralizing. And I didn't feel that way at all. It was disappointing that they didn't get to win, because you go up 2-0 and then you're just holding on and you're like, all right. So like in your mind as a fan, you're like, all right, they win this game, it's 1-1. Then if they can win both games back in Philly, now it's 3-1. Then you just need to win one more game, and then they win in the series. And it goes from that to, oh, now we're down 0-2. Can they win game 3? Is this going to be a sweep? Like you said, like Connor was saying it this morning on the morning show. Connor was like, yeah, the series is over.
Ooh.
And it's like, all right, I'm not ready to do that yet, but yeah, the Flyers aren't likely to win this series until they win game 3, Raymond.
Yeah, baby, game 3. I'm demoralized after last night.
You are.
It just felt like you had them on the ropes. Like you had them on the ropes in overtime. I watched you outplay them overtime, and guess what? They have a 2-0 series lead. You have nothing to show for your trip down there. I haven't even been able to break this out because we haven't been able to make fun of
now they're already home
and make fun of the whole.
That's a good one.
I don't feel great about last night. I'm demoralized because ultimately you had them up 2-0, then you had them on the ropes, and it's like, even if you have that prize fighter, that incredibly great team on the other side down, they were not out, and they found a way to win. And now you got to win 4 of 5 to advance against an organization that they've done anything but win against.
Yeah, I know. Vladar really kept him in it.
Oh man. May the 4th, too. That was the worst part. I thought there was no way they would lose.
Oh, we didn't even bring that up yesterday. Darn. I love Star Wars so much.
Big Star Wars guy.
Big Star Wars guy.
I mean, probably the only guy that literally grew up in the Star Wars era.
Yeah.
And had the little action figures.
Yeah.
Chewbacca I would use them to do wrestling. And then my dogs would chew them up, and I wouldn't have them, and I have to get a new one. But no, like I can't tell you anything about Star Wars.
Wow, May's got
to watch it.
May's got a lot of hits on the calendar. May the 4th, and we got Cinco de Mayo
today.
So if you're building a burrito of blame, John Marks, about the Flyers last night, Konecny's your guy.
Come
That's
on,
the number
dude.
one ingredient.
If Ray's talking about it's demoralizing because they had a chance to win, you have to hit that opportunity. If you're going to win series in the playoffs, you can't miss. And yeah, like he took full responsibility. I mean, like I'm not going to egg his house or anything like that, like they did to Patullo. But like, come on, dude, you're coming up small. Making too much money. They have 2 career playoff goals in 30 games. Like, oh, man, like that was your best chance to win the game.
Yeah, and from the standpoint of like, okay, again, I know better to get into the deep X's and O's of hockey here, but it's like, yeah, man, I'm with you. If you got that slot and you think like this is a weakness on the goalie and you want to pull up from that far, fine. But man, I'm having a hard time buying that that's the right deal. Like you don't shoot from 20, however far he was out. Like
he obviously freaked out because he's worried.
Or
what
you
he's doing
mentally that came into play,
right? Why else would you shoot when you shot? Oh, then you're freaking out. It'd be like taking you have a layup to go take, and you shoot from you shoot from behind the 3-point line. You take a half-court shot.
Yeah, but if the goalie has a weakness in that right shoulder and you see it, right, and it's something that you're down up, I don't know.
Awesome.
It's not how I would have done it. Okay, I would have skated in it a little bit closer, maybe a little deke, a little shimmy, and put it in backside.
If you have a high-range rifle, sure, but he's shooting with the same gun from 500 yards. Oh, my, do we have sound of that? All right, let's hear it.
Dvorak in to take the draw here against Taylor Hall. Now the Flyers get free. Konecny goes in. Konecny shoots wide of the net. He misses the goal. As it came to TK, he was in alone.
He was. He certainly wasn't.
They had another one, too. Was it Martone that came out of the penalty box? And they had like a little breakaway, too, as well?
Yep, like a half breakaway.
I see some people calling out Porter Martone on the timeline, like...
And you know what? When you rely on a 19-year-old to be a goal scorer for you, this is what happens.
Yep.
They need somebody offensively to step up. I mean, you know what they need on their team next year, Sean? Their best offensive player.
Yeah, that's all.
Right? Do you agree with that?
Can you get an Austin Matthews from Toronto?
Being a Zamboner, as I am, but I think it's fairly obvious, they need their best offensive player.
Yeah. They need a bit. With all due respect, honestly, no. To hell with Pittsburgh and the Penguins and all that. It looks like a different sport.
It does.
It looks like a different sport. What you're matching up with right now. The Hurricanes look like a team in their prime, and the Penguins look like that 40-year-old men's league, comparatively. Like, the speed is just there. Yeah. The talent's there. It's a whole different tax bracket when we're talking about that Hurricanes team.
Do you remember that after game 1, it was like, wow, the difference in the speed and athleticism from the Flyers to the Penguins? You saw the same thing with the Flyers in game 1. They weren't ready for that. Those guys skate.
Yeah. Those guys have been here once or twice.
Yep. 2 times in the last, 3 years to the ECF. Came up small. So this is a golden opportunity for them. It just is frustrating, as we said, that to go up 2-0 and to let it slip away the way that they did, especially in overtime, too, where it's like, all you got to do is just get one. Get one, you win this game. And they were peppering him. The one thing I thought, like, the difference was, like, and again, X's and O's here, but it felt like the shot and that's it. Like, where is the traffic? Where is, like, the people? Okay, you get the puck on the net.
You're letting them off the hook.
Get people in there. We got to get the sticks and poking and all that, right? To maybe stir one up and let it loose and then tuck it in.
That was the problem in the 2 games you lost to Pittsburgh, which was that you can look at shot totals and be like, oh, well, they had this many shots. How much of them were high-pressure shots, though? Where you had rebound, right? Like, there's only so many goals you're going to be able to get when you're shooting, and their power play's brutal.
Yeah.
So it almost feels like I'd rather not be on the power play than on the power play.
Power play's been tough.
Carolina's relentless. They're great at killing penalties, too, but...
They were 1 of 7 yesterday. 1 of 7. Carolina was 1 of 6 on power plays.
I thought the Flyers played a good game other than... You get 2 early goals, and then you're just kind of hanging on for dear life, and that's what's going to happen when you're facing a team with better talent.
Remember game 1, I told you about the stats with the hits and the faceoffs won. Well, 44-29, Carolina won faceoffs last night. That's going to get the job done. And then the hits, 49-48, basically evened up there. So that was definitely something that was brought up in the team meetings from Carolina's perspective. Sure thing.
All right, was there a dirty play at Embiid's expense last night? We'll merge back into some more 76ers talk. We also have a pair of voice memos, including from someone who's standing up for Sean Brace.
Thank you.
What is that about?
It's about damn time somebody had my back.
Black Gritty's on the line.
He stands up for me. Black Gritty, good dude there. I mean, I'm telling you. And I ordered the blue paint. I got the blue paint. I didn't know about the blue paint deal.
Now you do?
And people were coming at me all day yesterday. Okay, now I know.
So we're going to, by the middle of the show, we'll know whether we're doing it tomorrow or Thursday.
I'm getting it tomorrow. So I did the fast pace. You know, Amazon changed things over the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you noticed, but it's coming tomorrow.
At what time?
I don't know.
Well, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
We have to do it on Thursday.
Well, hold up. We'll see. All right.
Do they have this at Target or Michael's or?
You got to find body paint. They don't have it at Target.
All right, we'll do some investigating.
All right,
but we'll know more on that because Sean and I said. Well, I said it, and then Sean was limped. I said that the Sixers win the series against the Celtics, we'll paint ourselves blue.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, coming up, all of those things. I can't wait to talk about this dirty play involving Embiid. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks 97.5.
Middays with Marks with John Marks and Ray Dunn. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Dirty deeds?
That it is.
Oi.
You're an AC/DC fan?
Oi. You have to be.
Do you?
AC/DC. Like, if you played high school football, you listened to everything. Hell's Bells. Thunderstruck.
Oh, they have some hits for sure.
Shook Me All Night Long. Come on, man.
You know what it was? I didn't grow up listening to that.
Yeah.
So really, I was older, and I'm like, oh, like these are actually, like they're stadium rock type songs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And they're awesome for that. I didn't really follow them at all other than that. But, man, huge Angus Young.
Ryan Johnson. Come on, man.
All right. Dirty deeds. Well, we play that because was the play on Joel Embiid, was that a dirty play?
Nice work, Ray.
So the situation is the game's still in reach. They were behind, I think, 16 points at the time. But Maxey has the ball. They're playing like a little bit of a two-man game, and Embiid's trying to set a screen. Bridges is guarding Maxey, and Embiid screens him. He kind of runs into him and then extends the elbow and got him in the gut, in the midsection, which on Joel Embiid means possibly the area where he was operated on just a couple weeks ago. So for everybody that saw it, and I just retweeted it at John Jon Marks Americast Media at John Marks Media on Twitter. I mean, like, is it a dirty play? I'll give my opinion. I mean, it's borderline. Is it dirty? I mean, he's throwing an elbow. He's extending an elbow. Do I think he went into it thinking, I'm going to aim for the incision? I don't think he hit him there either. But still, anywhere around it's going to be sore. Do I think Bridges was trying to hit him like that? No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
But I'll say this to Knicks fans that are saying, oh, stop crying, Embiid. I don't want to hear squat from you when he does the same thing, when he steps on somebody or he does, because Embiid's a borderline dirty player. Right? I mean, bottom line, he is.
He knows what he's doing, yep.
He plays with edge with that. And you know what? That's what Bridges did last night. This is a playoff series, and I expect that type of physical stuff. And you know what I say? Then I don't want to hear you whining when he does the same thing to you guys.
Agreed. And it's playoff basketball. And, of course, like, they know what he's been through. So if he's going to set a screen, at the top, if he's going to set one of those, then you know darn well you're going to run hard into him, right?
There's going to be contact.
Yeah, Embiid's going to put that pick out there, try and free Tyrese or free VJ, whatever it is. You know it's coming. And if that's the case, you're going to turn around and run directly through him. It's playoff basketball. I didn't think it was dirty at all. I like Joel Embiid's answer, right? Because he was like, I don't know if it's dirty or not. I don't think it was necessary. That's his honest take. That's fine. But at the end of the day, flip the script. If Karl Anthony Towns went through an appendectomy, you like that, there you go, and just came off of it, and let's say VJ, because he's got a little edge to him, comes off a pick and rolls into it, and just like I said, flip the roles. Like,
he extends the elbow. He clearly was trying to make contact with him.
Yeah, we're not going to say that that's dirty, right? Like, it's playoff basketball, man. This is physical. And I will say this, wake up, 76ers, because that's what's happening. That's the edge they're playing with.
That's how you're going to have to play.
You got to match that. You got to be ready to go.
Yep. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And they better be, because that's what's coming.
Yeah.
They better be. The Celtics didn't have that. The Celtics wanted to shoot threes to win that series. That's not what the Knicks are going to do at all.
I combined screen and pick there. You like that?
Excellent job.
Ooh, nice work, yeah.
Yeah, good work. Let's go to Black Gritty from blackgritty.com. Black Gritty, hello.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm so upset. So last night, they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They scored early in the first period, like, I said yes, that's all I wanted. They did it twice, and then the rest of the game, like, not like this, not like that. Like, talk it. Why didn't you challenge the goal in overtime? That was goalie interference. And they really glaze everything and try to rush everything. Vladar had his mitt on the thing, and then the other player came and put his puck on his, not a puck, put his stick on his hand and held him down. That's goalie interference. At least challenge it. Like, challenge it. I know at the end of the game and all the I don't care. Pay attention. I don't know if we got a replay guy. I don't know what hockey has, but somebody should be on that. Because when I'm sitting there watching the replay over and over again, I'm like, that's goalie interference.
Were they talking about it on the broadcast that it should have been challenged? Because the game was over, and I immediately went on YouTube with Bill.
I didn't hear it, but Black Gritty, I thought the same thing, and Tocchet stuck around.
That's my point. I'm like, they didn't talk about it. I'm looking at them like, you've got your stick, pin the man's hand down, and then the other player comes and taps it in, and I'm like, what? I'm Black Gritty, but I'm not Mr. If I get on the ice, I'm cracking it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never went on no lake nowhere frozen. But I'm saying I can see, and I'm like, that was goalie interference. I'm like, deuce. But anyway, let me calm down. Let me tell you about
Hold on, you haven't been on ice skates before?
That's good.
You didn't freeze your backyard, Black Gritty?
Hey, let me tell you something. The planet Earth still rotates because my butt has not been on no blades that can cut the planet in half. That's the last thing you need my rotund self to do is to cut the Earth in half, gentlemen. I'm trying to save the planet. Shut up and let me focus on what I need to focus on.
That's good.
Now, the 76ers, no legs, you get it. I know everybody hates Philadelphia, but when we say we don't care, now I care. You done scheduled my games back to back. My dudes can't get no rest. Yeah. I gotta have cross-eye vision every night because I gotta watch on the split screen. Like, stop hating on Philadelphia because I hate Knicks fans with all my heart. Every single Knicks fan that listens to this show, because they listening, they chirping on Twitter everywhere. Your entire starting lineup loves Philadelphia. They come to Eagles games. They come to Phillies games. When they retire, they're never coming back to your trash Madison Square Garden ever again. They're all fat. His sassy self is out here wearing green every day of his life, okay? So shut up. Your whole team is Philadelphia. Lord help us, we need to win this series because I can't stand the Knicks. And Tocchet, goal interference. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'm blue. I believe I'm blue. I believe. Y'all crazy-looking white people.
There he is, Black Gritty. Yeah, I mean, if the Sixers could hold up their end of the bargain, this is a really nasty rivalry. Because everything he said is true. You said it earlier. All the celebrities and Howard Stern will be sitting courtside and not wanting anything to do with being there. And then you have Tracy Morgan, Stiller. Spike, doesn't it feel like Spike Lee's 169 years old, not 69 years old? They've been around forever. He must have been really young when he
still looks the same.
He does. He looks like Mars Blackman.
And he's got the energy, and he was standing up the whole time, and he wants to be seen. He's wearing those crazy outfits. I respect Spike. I get it. But
he's been a big-time Knicks fan for a long time.
Annoying.
Completely.
They're all annoying. You got the comedians, all those, who else was there? Like rapper Shabuzi. Yeah, I get it. It's the place to be. Oh, by the way, you had the Met Gala infiltrating my timeline. Like, it was just so, with everything New York. Yucky. It was so yucky, Ray.
Yeah.
Yucky.
So speaking from New York, do they still say it on Saturday Night Live? Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
Live from New York, it's Bob Cooney joining us next on Pattison. Bob, I mean, he's a seasoned NBA professional. He knows his stuff. Was last night a flush it? Not worried about it? Sean's a little bit more concerned. Ray and I are feeling great about the loss.
Bob did say there was no shot there beating the Celtics.
Good point.
Is he got to paint himself blue?
A lot of us said that.
I don't think he made that bet.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
We're going to have a new bet if the Sixers win the series for Sean.
Oh, here we go.
I have some ideas. Bob Cooney, Matt, Mike, I'm sorry I ran out of time. We didn't get to the voice memos as well. A lot to do next segment. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.